Stanza 28. Asamadervikshepa namumokshurna chetaha निश्चित्य कल्पितं पश्यन् ब्रह्मैवास्ते महाशयः यस्या तस्यादहंकारो न करोति सः निरहंकार धीरेण न किंचिद्धि कृतं कृतम्. So we have here Jnananishthah, Brahmanishthah, Atmanishthah, or also called as Jivan Muktah. So how his mind is composed all the time, it is Shanta in spite of misfortunes, etc. in life. This is actually especially what is described here. Because of his mind being absorbed in the Swarupa, not by efforts. Otherwise, by Nidhyasana, one has to see the mind gets mind gets absorbed in the Swarupa. But that stage also he has crossed now. It has become just natural for him. Automatically, mind gets absorbed in the Swarupa. Even Nidhyasana practice is not required. And because the mind is absorbed in Swarupa, he is neither aware of his own body nor the world. Leave aside the world being aware of the world, he is not aware of the body. Even the word Brahman is superfluous to him, is not a correct word for him. You know why? Word Brahman, what is Brahman? The biggest. The big or the biggest is a relative word meaningful with respect to something that is small. Now here, in his case, from his appreciation, only one, even one also you can't say. Why? One is relative with respect to two or many. So therefore, no these words of parlance can help him now. He is what he is, and therefore neither aware of body nor the world. Even the word Brahma also he will not say to. Even Omkara also is of no relevance to this person. Omkara is such a great tool for others, but that also has no relevance. So the mind is so absorbed. Actually, it is no more the mind. Mind is the mind so long it is mind in terms of sankalpa, vikalpa. That has lost, it is totally one with what its sarupa. It's what Lord Shankaracharya Bhashyakara in Bhagavad Gita Bhashya says, avidyadhyaropa nirakaranam eva kartavyam. So what is to be done is elimination of all the adhyastha things, the things that are superimposed, falsely attributed to oneself. That only has to be done. Afterwards, you need not do anything to know Atma, because Atma Swarupa is Swaprakasha. It is self-evident principle. To know an inert object, what do you need? What is required to know an inert object? First, Jnanendriyas. Jnanendriyas coupled with Antakarna. Antakarna should take a vritti, a thought corresponding to the Vishaya, and that Antakarna vritti needs to be illuminated by whom? Chaitanya Tattva, Atma Swarupa. But in this case, the very Swarupa, the knowledge principle itself is there. Even the mind is not required, all the ignorance is gone down. So that being the case, so for this person, there is nothing than what his Swarupa is. And from that standpoint, he says, and entire Jagat hitherto mistaken as false is now kalpitam nishtitya. Having ascertained no for certain, it is something which is false in nature. Kalpitam nishtitya. So, Pashyannapi, even though he is perceiving the world, he is Mahashaya. Mahashaya means Nirvikara Chittaha, the one whose mind is totally free from all the vikaras was told. So the question comes, how he is Nirvikara? If he is seeing the world, how can it be possible? At least you have to say he is seeing the world, is it not? He is seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling the world. That's what. That is Pashyannapi, and also Mahashayaha, Brahma eva aste. He is nothing but Brahma was told. The question comes, how you say, if he is aware of the world, how can he be Brahma? Look, merely being aware or not to aware is not a criteria of being Brahma. Suppose a person doesn't do it, simply is sitting quiet. And what does they say? I don't do anything. That is our concept. Not doing anything means I don't do anything. Now you say, this person also does. Who? One who does, one who says, I do not do. Actually, not simply saying, actually he is not doing anything. But what is he doing? He is simply sitting. Ask him, what are you doing? I am sitting. Even if that person doesn't act, he is acting. How come? Mind is working. Why the mind is working? Body is taken as the I. So therefore, doing or not doing is not dependent on the body, physical body as such. It is dependent on the erroneous notion whether you mistake the body or not. So, if the identification, the embodiment is not there, atvapi sa iman lokan nahanti na nibadyate. Because doership is on account of erroneous identification of the body. One whose mind is absorbed in the Swarupa, whether he does or he doesn't do, it doesn't make difference because he doesn't lose sight of his nature. So this is shown in contrast of this Jnanishta with the other person who is Ajnani. Anvaya we had seen up 29 yesterday. Yasya antaha ahankaraha syat saha, to be added loka drishtya na karoti, add tathapi karoti. निरहंकार धीरेण अकृतम कृतमपि निरहंकार धीरेण कृतम एडपि न किंचिदपि कृतम. Now take the ajnani. Yasya, the one in whose case antaha. Antaha within in the sense antakarane, in the antakarana. Yasya antaha, in the antakarana. Ahankaraha sya, there is ahankara. The one in whose antakarana there is ahankara. What is this? Ahankara is there in the antakarana. What does it mean? He has got erroneous notion that the body is me, physical body or subtle body, whatever it may be. So including the thoughts. So these are me, that one who has got such wrong notion. Antaha ahankaraha, that person saha lokadrishtya na karoti. Even though the person doesn't act from the worldly standpoint, because this fellow is simply sitting, he doesn't do anything at all. People say he is a lazy person, or he doesn't do at all, he doesn't act at all. That's what people say. They say, even though, says saha, that is, tathapi, even then, karoti, he does. Why he does? Ahankara is there. The body as I, the notion is there. See, ask him, are you doing anything? No. I am not doing anything. That I am not doing, then what are you doing? I am simply sitting. I am just looking. I am not doing anything. So that I am sitting also is an action, because what he has taken as I, body. So therefore, karoti, tathapi, even then, from that is paramarthika drishtya. See, loka drishtya na karoti. From the word standpoint, he doesn't act. But from paramarthika drishti, from the absolute standpoint, he acts. Why? Even now he doesn't act, what happens? Afterwards he is prone to act. How is it? Now he is not acting. Afterwards he will act how? Why does one act? Something he wants to get. This person is ajnani. He can't be. See, at times it happens, no? So, some people develop parama vairagya. How long? How long? There are many vairagyas are there. So like that, one may develop such vairagya, smashana vairagya, etc. well known. So, but it is not going to last. So long as the person is ignorant, some want is bound to be there, and that person cannot keep later. He will certainly act. So therefore, from the Shastra standpoint, from the Paramarth standpoint, karoti saha. Now contrast is nirahankara dhirena. And the one who is dhira, the jnanishta, the brahmanishta, jivan muktaha, who has no ahankara, no identification of the body, the mind absorbed in the swarupa, yadyapi loka drishtya kritam. From the world standpoint, like Janaka, he was administering the kingdom. Though he does from this, so I do notion is not there. Why? Identification the body is not there. So kritam api, he says, na kinchidapi kritam. It is as good as he has not done anything. So therefore, the doing or not doing is dependent on the ahankara, the identification of the body, and not actual doing, because who does, that is important. So Chaitanya, can Chaitanya Rupa Atma do something? No. Because why? Nirupadhika, free from upadhi, it cannot do it. Now in next two stanzas, we will get a description of the mind of this jnana, jnananistha, dhiraha is called. Nirash nodvignam na cha santushtam akartruspandavarjitam spandavarjitam nirasham gatha sandeham chittam muktasya rajate. Muktasya chittam rajate. Muktasya chittam rajate. Add yataha. उद्विग्नम न तथा संतुष्टम न च. उद्विग्नम न तथा to be added, संतुष्टम न च. अकर्तृ स्पंदवर्जितम. अकर्तृ स्पंदवर्जितम. एड तस्मात् निराशम गतसंदेहम. तस्मात् निराशम गतसंदेहम. मुक्तस्य चित्तम राजते. The chitta, the mind of muktaha. Mukta here is brahmanishtaha, jivan muktaha. So, mind rajate, shines means it excels. It excels in comparison with the minds of others, the others who are ignorant. Why? What is the reason? Yataha, because of this. That mind is of such nature. Udvignamna. His mind doesn't get subject to udvega, affliction, restlessness. So, that means it doesn't get perturbed. Why does mind get perturbed? There must be a cause. What is the cause of mind to get perturbed? Something that you don't like is there. Something that you hate, for which you have got dvesha is there. So where there is dvesha, the mind gets perturbed. The person you don't like, or you are sitting on the dining table, item which you don't like has come, what happened? All camp ka mood chale gaya. Why? So it happens. So where dvesha is there, udvega is bound to be there. Where dislike is there, mind is going to get disturbed, perturbed. So therefore here, the cause of such udvega, dvesha is not there. Why this jnani has no dvesha? Whom can you hate? Do you hate yourself? Some may say, I hate myself. There are people who say, I hate myself. Which myself? It can be either because my nose is flat, therefore what? I hate myself. I wanted a long nose. I can't undergo plastic surgery also. So that means yes, you are hating, but whom are you hating? Body. Or a disposition, a mental condition one may hate. So, but never oneself, because Iyam Atma Parananda Parapremaspadam Yata. I, the locus of limitless love, can never be the locus of hatred, because its Swarupa is what? Ananda Swarupa. See, we may not be able to cognize the Ananda Swarupa, but certainly oneself is the locus of ashraya of limitless love. Therefore, one cannot be the object or the locus of hatred. So, hatred is for something other than oneself. About whom are we speaking now? This Jnanishta, for him what is that? There is only Atma Brahma. What can he hate? There is no occasion for him to hate anything. So therefore, that is the hetu, udvega hetu, that is the dvesha being not there, na he is udvignam na. Then he must be happy, rejoicing, etc. So, santushtam nacha. See, Ananda Swarupa is different and being happy over something is different. I don't think that he is not happy, Ananda Swarupa. He is not happy because happiness comes when you get something that you like, means anuraga, raga must be there. Raga, that is something that you like is there. Oh, what you like you got. Abba, you are happy, is it not? That is different from the Swarupa Ananda. So therefore, Santushtaha Nacha. Why? Because the cause of Santosha, the cause of, that means delight. Here Santushta means he is not delighted. So let us not take happy, because Ananda Swarupa he is a. So he is not delighted because of something which is of his like has arrived at him. So no, because that like or raga or anuraga for fascination for anything is not there. So no, nacha santushtam. Akartru is not the doer, because no identification in the body. Atma Swarupa cannot do anything. Spanda varjitam is free from all. Spanda means free from all sankalpa vikalpas. Free from all the sankalpa vikalpas. Free from sankalpa vikalpas. You know what is spandanam? Literally spandanam is vibration. So vibration. What vibration here? The mentations in terms of the sankalpa, vikalpa, the usual pranks of the mind, without which it can't keep quiet. So, Spandavarjitam, he is the one, and therefore, because he has no sankalpa vikalpas, and therefore he is what? Nirasham. He is the one who is nirasha. Not nirasha means what? Not hopeless, etc. The one who is nirash ho gaya. तो क्या करेगा बेचारा? So ऐसा नहीं है. So therefore nirasha means without desires, or more precisely without expectations. What happens if expectations are there? So long as expectation is there, you are prone to get despair at one time or so no. And then why no expectation? He must be knowing he is not able to get. That's what he must have reconciled. Better be wiser. No, like the grapes are sour. You know, no, Jacob. The grapes are sour. Is it that way? No, because it's Purna Swarupa. There is nothing he can. What can he desire for? See, one can desire for something which is better than what one has got. Is it not? Or something which he doesn't want, want to get rid of it. Now here is a person who is Paripurna Ananda Swarupa. There is no trace of sorrow, because sorrow will come when we are hooked to the embodiment. Sorrow is inevitable. Think of it. We can verify. We never think. That's why in sleep we don't have sorrow. Why? Temporarily that connection is not cut off, kept away. I wanted to. So it is not snapped off, it is not cut off, it is kept in abeyance temporarily. It is kept in abeyance temporarily. And what happens? It gets activated the moment you wake up or you go to dream. So therefore what is that? Where sorrow is there? Your association or identification, more precisely identification with the embodiment gives you sorrow. Here is the one who has no identification. So therefore nothing to be desired to make himself better, or nothing to be eliminated to get rid of sorrow. Both are not there. Therefore free from desires or expectation. Gata sandeham. So he has no doubt at all. Why he has no doubt? I think he must have studied a lot, is it not? What he has studied? We have got doubts. What are the doubts? Whether I am samsari or asamsari. If I get the jnana, will I be liberated forever, or only this life I will be liberated? Am I different from Ishvara, or I am same as Ishvara? Mukti if I get, and afterwards again will I be bound or no? First thing, the Atma Brahma is there, or is a brainwave of some people. So like this doubt. Why? Is that a snake or a garland or a stick or a crack in the earth? Why doubts? When doubts come, when there are many possibilities and you are not sure as to what it is not? That means there should be minimum koti dvaya. You know what is koti means? Not crore. Koti means possibilities. Minimum 2 possibilities must be there and you are not sure as to which of that. More possibilities also may be there. So therefore, the one who has not seen the rope as the rope is prone for all these doubts, vikalpas. So therefore he says, here is the one, he has no doubt because the ignorance of Swarupa, ignorance of Brahma is no more there because the cause of the doubt is finally Ajnana. The ignorance is the cause of the doubt. This is not there. So being Ajnana being not there in the direct cognition of Swarupa, in the Swarupa Anusandhana, so therefore he is Gata Sandehaha, Gata Sandheyam. So he is of such nature, is Antakarna, Chittam. The neuter is there because all these are adjectives to Chittam, 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 and neuter gender. So his mind is such that which is free from the doubts because he has no ignorance at all. Continuing. Nirdhyatum cheshtitum vapi, nirdhyatum cheshtitum vapi, yachittam na pravartate. Nirnimittamidam kintu nirdhyayati vicheshtate. Yachittam nirdhyatum cheshtitum vapi na pravartate. Kintu idam nirnimittam, add sat, nirdhyayati, add tatha vicheshtate. Kintu idam nirnimittam, add sat, nirdhyayati, add tatha vicheshtate. Yachittam, yachittam, which mind? Which mind it is? Yasya jnaninaha chittam. The mind of this jadi, not simply jnani, jnananishtasya, jivan muktasya chittam. Muktasya was told that mukta there is jivan mukta. The mind of this jivan mukta says, na pravartate, doesn't get preoccupied in either of these. What are those? Nirdhyatum cheshtitum vapi na pravartate. Nirdhyatum means to remain actionless. To remain actionless in terms of mind getting absorbed in samadhi. Oh, let me know what? Let me take to the practice of samadhi. Why you want to take the practice of samadhi? Why you want to get the mind get absorbed? It is too much for me. What is too much for you? Antakarna is the volcano. It is all vikshipta. So therefore what? Let me get rid of the vikshepa, the agitation. So let me take to samadhi. No. Satya, that means it doesn't engage, the mind which doesn't engage itself to take to even the practice of samadhi means he is not interested in remaining actionless also. Or yachittam cheshtitum vapi na pravartate. It should be taken. Yachittam nirdhyatum na pravartate. The one whose mind, the jivan mukta's mind, doesn't take to or doesn't get preoccupied in remaining actionless in terms of samadhi, or whose mind cheshtitum vapi na pravartate. Maybe then he is eager to do something. No, that also no. Cheshtitum means to engage in something. The mind whose mind is not eager to engage in anything. Cheshtitum vapi na pravartate. So is not, that is not taking to any sankalpa. Pravartate means taking to sankalpa. In the same, oh, let me practice meditation. Let me take to samadhi. That is exactly we want, is it not? Why this meditation is kept at 5:45? we would have slept little more, is it not? See, in olden days I used to keep at 5:30, okay. Last year it was 5:40. Of course, today everyone is time. I'm happy about it, okay. So 5:45, 5 minutes increase lesson. Okay. So now, that means that is not that way. You see, that's why I'm telling. Therefore, what Ashtavakra Gita says, a person will come now. The one who wants to take to Nididhyasana or what Samadhi, etc., is a fool. Therefore, what? Let us not bother at all. Yesterday I told you. What is it? A person who has regained the health doesn't need the therapy, but who has not certainly has to take to. So here is a person who doesn't need them and therefore he is discarding. Others cannot. That means that is simply imitate this person. So that's why we should know. Means this is the state of accomplishment that is possible even in this body before that. After gaining the knowledge, before the body falls. That is what the Jivan Mukti Avastha. This is the Shanti he is able to command. Otherwise, even though knowledge is there, what, as I said, what will be there? Drishta, Dukkham is bound to continue. So he will be buffeted by the ups and downs of life because Prarabdha is there, body is there means Prarabdha is there. Prarabdha is there means all the ups and downs are bound to be there. So in his case it is not so. So therefore, not yachittam nirdhatum na pravartate doesn't mean he wants to engage himself in something. Cheshtitum vapi na pravartate doesn't want to engage in any actions, etc. Then what does he do? Kintu, that idam means this jnana nishthasya chittam, jivan muktasya chittam. Idam stands for jivan muktasya chittam. The mind of this jivan mukta, the jnana nishtha, nirnimittam sat, being free from nimitta, the cause here, sankalpa. Let me take to samadhi. Let me do this. Both types of sankalpas are not there in whom? Nirnimittam. Nimitta is sankalpa. Nirnimittam without sankalpa. So, nirnimittam sat, being free from any sankalpas, either to practice nididhyasana or samadhi or to engage in oneself in some action. What nirdhyayati vicheshtate. So, without any sankalpa, just by natural disposition, nirdhyayati is what? He is lost in nididhyasana, he is lost in samadhi. So, see, I have to take to samadhi. Let me take to samadhi is a volition, a sankalpa. That is not there, but just naturally what is there? Mind is absorbed in Swarupa, it is in Samadhi only. Nirnimittam, nirdhyayati, or the prarabdha is such that vicheshtate, he is engaged in actions. Because the prarabdha prompts him to take to so. So that means neither is bothered about the actions nor concerned about the Samadhi. So he is always in his Swarupa. Now, let us see the Ajnani. Tattvam yatharthamakarnya mandah prapnoti mudhatam. Athavayati sankocham amudha kopi mudhavat. We'll see the distinction between this jnana-nishta, jivan mukta and ajnanina. Mandaha yathartham tattvam akarnya. Yathartham tattvam akarnya mudhatam prapnoti. Mudhatam prapnoti. Athava sankocham ayati. कोपि अमूढ़ः, कोपि अमूढ़ः मूढ़वत्, मूढ़वत् एड व्यवहारकर्ता भवति. कोपि मूढ़ः, नॉट मूढ़ः, अमूढ़ः. कोपि अमूढ़ः मूढ़वत् व्यवहारकर्ता भवति. मंदः, मंदः इज अज्ञः, ignorant person, ajnani. So what does it do? Not here dull, etc. Ajnani. So he may be most intelligent person, but one who doesn't know what the Swarupa is, the ajnani. So mandaha, what does it do? Yathartham tattvam akarnya. Akarnya, having listened, having exposed to the yathartham tattvam. Yathartha tattvam is an exposition of Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa. So he happened to go somewhere and some satsang was going on, some ashram, some discourse was there, or by mistake came to the camp, and therefore what? So Ashtavakra Gita was going on, and therefore no choice now, he has to listen. So therefore, having listened to this, having exposed to this, yathartham tattvam, the Swarupa, having known, having exposed to one's own true nature, what happens? Akarnya, having listened to, मूढ़ताम प्राप्नोति, gets मूढ़ताम. क्या होता है? चक्कर आती है. मूढ़ता means अविवेकम आपनोति. What means? He gets totally confused. How is it possible? See how I am asamsari, how I am free from sorrows, etc. Every moment I have to face problems, etc. Now nose is running, head is aching, and all these things, knees are paining, can't sit properly, and how is it possible? So therefore say, so that is asambhavana, viparita bhavana. How is it possible that Atma is that? How me and Ishvara Swarupa can be one and the same, etc. How the Jagat be false? All these, no, it is not correct. It is not possible. That is asambha. It is impossible. Or viparita bhavana, get the wrong, contrary notion of what is being told there. So mudhatam. Moha is delusion, means a topsy-turvy vision, an erroneous notion. In spite of having told that your Swarupa is, he gets aviveka, means that proper discrimination he is not able to get. Or what does he do? Is there? This is one variety of mandaha. Other variety, Atma Swarupa is so, Brahma Swarupa is so. Therefore what I should do now? I should what? Athava sankocham ayati. A very peculiar word. What is sankocha? No, not our vernacular sankocha. Hesitation. I want to have it, but how to ask? Not that hesitation here. Sankocha. Sankocha also means contraction, you know. Sankocha vikasa. So vikasa is expansion. Sankocha is contraction. Now here sankocha, actually in terms of contraction, what's the contraction? Chitta samadhi. Sankocha stands for here Chitta Samadhim, wants to make the mind what? Chitta Vritti Nirodha, Ashtanga Yoga here. So therefore, Sankocham means Chitta Samadhim Ayati. So what you want to do? Oh, I want to eliminate all the thoughts from my mind. Let me take to Ashtanga Yoga Ayati. Says, now we'll be getting some criticism about Ashtanga Yoga. We should see in the proper context. This criticism of Ashtanga Yoga is not to show that the Ashtanga Yogi is a fool. We may consider so. But those people who are nowhere near has no right to criticize him. But Ashtavakra does it. Why? Because he knows this person is so close to gain the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. He has got Vairagya, etc. and he has got the ready frame of mind, but some wrong notions are keeping him away. But that still that identification, the embodiment is there. So I want to take to Ashtanga Yoga and get my mind absorbed in the Samadhi. Which I want to do that? The one who mistakes the body as that is where Ashtanga wants to knock it down. And therefore he whips that person. But others, because you see, Ashtanga Yogi is what? Ashtanga Yogi is the one who has already practiced Yama, Niyama. Majority are these people who are poo-pooing Ashtanga Yoga are nowhere near Yama and Niyama. Yesterday I said, what is Yama, Niyama? So, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Prana, all these are mastered, etc. And Vairagya is there. Without Vairagya, he cannot take to Ashtanga Yoga. He has got all these things. And he has got such a ready frame of mind, a little inquiry with an open mind can what? Knock down his ignorance. But the person is not available and therefore the criticism is given. It should not be that consider that, see, Ashtanga Yogi is an idiot and all that. No, others have no right to, that means look down upon such person. But this is that means hint to that person, look, know your Swarupa, and once you know that, afterward, otherwise what he has to do? Whole lifelong he has to see that mind is in Samadhi. एक मॉस्किटो आ जाएगा, वी हो गया, क्या हो गया? समाधि से बाहर. He start cursing everyone. So that's because why? I am this embodiment. My mind has to be in such a particular state. So all this is there, which is next to impossible. So therefore, that is why we say, so sankocham ayati, so that he thinks that means this chitta samadhi I have to take to. This is the light of the ignorant person. Now contrast. So, kaha api amudhaha. Someone who is amudhaha. Amudhaha means here jnananishtaha. And that kaha api, someone, what does it indicate? Manushyanam sahasresh. 1 in thousands can be rare, but such persons are rare. So amudha means asammudha, one who has no wrong notions about Atma Swarupa, etc., one who never identifies with the embodiment. Amudha, mudhavat. So mudhavat means like a adnyani, do vyavahara karta bhavati, those gets engaged in the karma's action, etc. Is what? He is amudha only. So he is amudha means he is free from all this. Or he can be engage himself in actions also. So kaha api amudha mudhavat vyavahara karta bhavati. From externally loka drishtya he may be busy in many things, but he is what? He doesn't have the ignorance and always has got the appreciation of Swarupa. That athava ayati sankocham was told, or takes to chitta samadhi, that is explained, so that person knows not what the truth is. Ekagrata nirodho va mudhairabhyasyate bhrisham. Dhira krityam na pashyanti suktavat swapade sthita. Ekagrata nirodha va mudhaihi bhrisham abhyasyate. Mudhaihi bhrisham abhyasyate. Suktavat swapade sthitaha dhiraha krityam na pashyanti. Suktavat swapade sthitaha dhiraha, add there kimapi, dhiraha kimapi krityam na pashyanti. This ignorant person, by ignorant person, this is what is taken to. Ekagrata, giving a single pointed preoccupation to the mind. You can take a dharana and dhyana. Dhyana actually means withdrawal and then giving a particular preoccupation to the mind. And nirodha. Nirodha stands for samadhi. Yogastu chitta vritti nirodha. Samadhi. So these things, mudhaihi. Who are mudhaihi? Ignorant means anutpanna sakshatkaraihi. Those who have no direct cognition of Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa, who are ignorant of their true nature. So mudhaihi, what happens? Vrisham abhyasyate. Vrisham, very much. So repeatedly they take to the practice of ekagrata and nirodha, means in terms of meditation and getting the mind absorbed in samadhi. So they practice. Whereas the jnani here, jnanishta is the one, suptavat, like the person who is asleep. Now let us see why he has brought this person asleep. So what is suptavat swapade sthitaha. In supti, in deep sleep state, have you got identification of the body? No. That is the example here. So suptavat means dehatma dhirahitya. The wrong notion that the body is I is not there. Free from the erroneous notion that the body is I. So that is what is called suptavat. Like the person who is asleep, who has no identification of the body, also swapade sthitaha. Those who are abiding the Swarupa. In the deep sleep state, actually, do you know where are we? You know, in Sanskrit, swapiti means one who sleeps. You know how that word has come? Chandogya Upanishad defines swam apiti iti swapiti. Swam apiti, swam oneself, apiti prapnoti. The individual gains oneself. Where are we in this state? Where are we? In our true nature, but only one problem is there. What is the problem? Ignorance is there, we are not aware at all. Ignorance is there. That's why. So therefore that ignorance has to be eliminated, terminated. So now here, like that, a person who has no identification in the body, one who abides in Swarupa, as in the sleep, suptavat swapade sitaha, this person with a jnanishta, dhiraha means jnanishtaha jivan muktaha, kimapi krityam na pashyanti. They don't see anything as krityam. Krityam here is to be done in terms of ekagrata or nirodha, as told in the first line. So, nothing to be done in terms of ekagrata or nirodha. Why? Always where? Swapade sitaha. No identification of the body and always abiding in one's own Swarupa. Therefore, nothing to be done. So, therefore, it is not that Ashtanga Yoga is a foolish thing to do, etc. But thing is that this person better inquire and know the Swarupa, for which Ashtanga Yoga gives the right disposition. So that means if that knowledge is not there, this Nirodha by itself is of no use. Aprayatnat prayatnadva mudho napnoti nirvritim. Tattva nishchaya matrena pradnyo bhavati nirvritaha. Mudhaha prayatnadva nirvritim na apnoti. Pradnya add to tattva nishchaya matrena nirvritaha bhavati. Nirvritaha bhavati. Mudhaha purushaha. So, who is this Mudha Purusha? Again, Ajnani. One who doesn't have the knowledge of identity of both Atma and Brahma, Jiva-Atma and Brahma in reality are one and the same, such knowledge one who doesn't have, such a mudha, aprayatnat prayatnadva. Let him take to any sadhana. Sadhanas can be broadly two. One, withdrawal from the word, other one, engaging in the word. So withdrawal, what is the word here? Withdrawal, aprayatna. Aprayatna stands for chitta nirodha, by taking to Ashtanga Yoga Samadhi. So he has withdrawn from the world, so chitta nirodha, aprayatna. Or it can be prayatnadva. Prayatna here is karmanusthana, performance of karma. So either withdrawal from the entire world in terms of chitta nirodha samadhi, or that is prayatna in terms of karmanusthana. By taking to either of these, is a nirvritim na apnoti. Nirvritti is not nivritti, not with the nirvritti is paramasukham. Nirvritti is accomplishment, here highest accomplishment, that is paramasukham, that means a swarupa ananda, na apnoti, he doesn't get. Now the contrast is shown in the case of jnana nishtha, pradnyaha. So one whose mind is absorbed in the swarupa, tattva nischaya matrena, because of ascertainment of swarupa and direct cognition, he is what? He need not bother about the chitta nirodha samadhi, nirvritaha bhavati. Nirvritaya kritarthaha. He is the one who has accomplished what is to be accomplished in life. Kritartha, kritakrityaha. There is nothing to be done for him. So because he has discovered his Paramananda Swarupa, he need not depend on any techniques or any practice, or also he need not depend on actions. Now one may say, look, why do you say so? This Adnimudha, prayatna, not prayatna, aprayatnat is by chitta nirodha. What he wants is, he wants to have the Atma Anubhava. He wants to experience one's own true nature. Why do you discard that? He says he can't. Why he can't? He may get chitta, what? Samadhi he may get, chitta nirodha samadhi he may get, but it is not the Swarupa. Why? All he has taken to is the identity with the body, and even after samadhi experience he gets, his identification still continues, and therefore he cannot get it. So unless he discovers his Swarupa to be so only by, that means practice, a particular, he may able to command the chitta, that yoga su chitta vritti nirodha samadhi, but that itself is not the, that means the Atma Swarupa, because here it comes the role of what is called as pramana. The Shruti pramana must be there, and the wrong notions of identifying the body has to be eliminated, and then of course the direct cognition, which itself is Atma Anubhava. We don't deny that, but with the proper inquiry and getting rid of wrong notion, it has to be accomplished not simply by technique. So therefore he says, Shuddham Buddham Priyam Purnam Nishprapancham Niramayam Atmanam Tam Na Jananti Tatrabhyasa Parajana. Tatra abhyasa paraha janaha tam, then take entire first line. Shuddham buddham priyam purnam nishprapancham niramayam atmanam. Second line, atmanam na jananti. Tatra means in this world, jagati, in this world, these people, who are those? Abhyasa paraha janaha. The janaha, ajnaha, ignorant people, ajnaninaha. And abhyasa paraha jana. Always, that means engrossed in some abhyasa, some doing. This means we need not take to abhyas of nididhyasana, is it not? That's why, you see, that's why Ashtavakra Gita is dangerous. This is not meant for masses. So, you would say something and go afterward, what all these things, all Rakshasas will come out of this. So, it is not meant for that. So, I say that eligibility, adhikaritva is very important. Otherwise, it can create havoc. There are many cases, especially some cults have, that means, taken all, that means, which is conducive to them from this, and justified their wrong deeds also. There are some, that is, cults are there in it. And they want Ashtavakra Gita or nothing else. Because they can quote out of context and justify their wrong deeds. Of course, karma phalas, Ishvara's laws are pakka. It will catch somewhere, pakka. That's what nobody can fool Ishvara. Now tatra jagati abhyasapara. Abhyasapara means either here chitta nirodha samadhi or karmanusthana. See, taking to these as a means to an end, yes, accepted. But if you mistake them as the end in themselves, then that means you are wrong. That's what is being told. So, tatra abhyasaparaha janaha. What do? Say, they cannot know Atma Swarupa. What is that Atma Swarupa? That which is Shuddham. So Shuddham means pure. What do you mean by pure? Free from impurity. What is impurity? What can be the impurity for Atma? Advaya Swarupa, how can it have any impurity? Because impurity means something other than the thing must be there. Truly it cannot have the impurity. But it appears to have on account of Maya. So Maya Mala Rahitam. So it is not actually Mala, it is not actually the impurity, but appears to be impurity, because Maya, this power, has got such capacity to make you believe something which is impossible. So therefore, Shuddham, that is Maya Malatitam, that which is independent, that which is free from, that means the Maya Shakti and its effect. Buddham, so Buddham Swaprakasham, that which is the Swaprakasha Swarupa, the self-evident principle. So Buddham, then, yes, Shuddha Buddham, Priyam, Sukharupa, Ananda Swarupa, not because of some object, etc. Itself is nothing but Ananda Swarupa. So, its very true nature itself is Ananda Swarupa. Purnam, that is, which is full and complete. Why full and complete? Free from the Prapancha. So, all Apurnata is in the Prapancha. All Apurnata means limitations. Lack and limitations are in the world. So which is free from the Jagat, which is falsely attributed. Therefore it is Purnam, free from all the limitations, full and complete. So that's why that is why it says, why it is so? Because it is Nishprapancham. So it is free from the Prapancha. Again, Niramayam. Amaya means disease. So here what disease it is? Dukkha itself is a disease. Niramaya means dukkha sambandha rahita. No connection whatsoever with the dukkha, the sorrow. So Niramayam. So Niramayam Atmanam Najananti. Najananti, they don't know. So sadhanas, if they are missed, that means if they are not taken to with the proper understanding as the means to prepare the mind, that person can never gain the Atma Jnana. So there it is somewhere it is said, all sadhanas are at the level of the mind. And you are making use of the mind and you are dabbling in the realm of the mind. So long as you are in the realm of the mind, you cannot appreciate the Swarupa. So that's why it is said, elsewhere it is said, अहंकारो धियं ब्रूते मा सुप्तं प्रबोधय उत्थिते परमानंदे नात्वं नाहं न वै जगत. That is, all the sadhanas are level of the ahankara and the mind. So therefore, ahankaro dhiyam brute ma suptam prabodaya. Some conspiracy is there. What is it? This ahankara tells the buddhi, look, don't wake up this person. Ma suptam prabodaya. Which suptam? Not slept during meditation. So, one who is ignorant of the Sarupa, don't wake him up. Who says? Ahankara tells to Buddhi. Why? Utthite Paramanande. If you make him discover the Sarupa, what will happen? He will discover the Paramananda Sarupa. If that takes place, Naham Natvam Navai Jagat. Neither me, Ahankara, can be there, nor you, Buddhi, can exist, nor who? Jagat can be there. All will be thrown out. So therefore what? Let the fellow sleep. So therefore, don't allow the fellow to attend camps, etc. so he discovers Paramananda Sarupa what? We don't have any status at all. We will be totally eliminated. So that being the case, so all are in the realm of mana and the ahankara. By themselves cannot be the good, though properly taken to can serve as the, it is the means to gain the knowledge and discover Sarupa. So therefore it says, Atmanam na tam Atmanam na jananti. They don't know. So therefore, these all, that means sadhanas by themselves cannot be the goal. Same thing that by this sadhana itself one cannot gain the goal. Further explain. Napnoti karmana moksham vimodobhyasa rupina. Dhanyo vijnana matrena muktastishthatya vikriyaha. Vimudha abhyasa rupina karmana moksham napnoti dhanyaha vijnana matrena avikriyaha tasmat muktaha tishtati. Last word. Tishtati avikriyaha tishtatya vikriyaha. Dhanyaha vijnana matrena avikriyaha muktaha. Avikriya, then add tasmat muktaha tishtati. Vimudha, adnyani, one who has no atma sakshatkara, no direct cognition of atma sarupa. Abhyasa rupina karmana, by karma, of the nature of abhyasa. What is the abhyasa rupina karmana? Here it is yoga abhyasa, of nature of yoga abhyasa. Yoga abhyasa atmakena. One of the nature of yoga abhyasa, practice of Ashtanga yoga. By such abhyasa rupa karma, moksham na apnoti, doesn't gain the moksha. Whereas dhanyaha, dhanya is the fortunate one. Vijnana matrena, by the knowledge of one's own Swarupa, he may not have the Ashtanga yoga. Avikriyaha means the one who has eliminated avidya, kama, karma. Muktaha tishtati, remains freed from bondage. So avikriya is one who has no avidya, ignorance, therefore no desires, no actions. That person remains free. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम्